All right, we're ready to get started. So let's go ahead and work out these problems. So first on your test reviews. All right. So for the first part, triangle relationships. Now remember, when we do triangle relationships, we just want to see if the two shorter sides or the sum of the two shorter sides is greater than the third or longest side. Okay, so all we're going to do is add up those two sides and see, does that get me a bigger number than the third side? So for the first one, if I did 7 plus 8, because those are my smallest two, if you need to label them small, medium, and large, that's how I help organize my numbers. So I have my two smallest ones. Is it greater than my large one? Well, 7 plus 8, I know that gets me 15. 15 is greater than 9, so yes, this makes a triangle. As long as those two shorter sides added up get you a bigger number than the third side, that means you're good to go. The next part, I have my small, medium, and large. So let's say let's go ahead and add up our two smallest ones, my 5 and my 10. Add those together. Is it greater than 19? Well, I know 5 plus 10 gets me 15, and 15 is not greater than 19. So no. It does not give you a longer side, so it doesn't give you a triangle. Next part. It says, write an algebraic equation to find the missing angle for each triangle. Then solve to find the missing angle. Know that every time for every triangle, if I add up all three angles, it has to equal 180. It has to, it has to, it has to. So in this case, remember that square means 90 degrees. So let's look at that first one. So if I add my three angles, if I add 60 plus 90 plus r, it has to equal 180. That's your equation you're going to use. So let's put that up there. Okay. So let's solve it. 60 plus 90 plus r equals 180. Because all three angles added up have to equal 180 degrees. So when I add them up, the order of operations, 60 plus 90 is going to get me 150. Bring down your r. Bring down your 180. Now, I want r by itself, so do the inverse operation. Subtract each side by 150, and you find out that your missing angle, or r, is equal to 30 degrees. Let's do our next one. Same scenario. I have 118 plus 30 plus a, and it has to equal 180 degrees. Every single time, add up all three, and you will get 180. All right, let's get these two together. It should be 148 plus a is equal to 180. I want a by itself, so do the inverse operation. You get a is equal to 32. Because you got a borrow. So 32 degrees. Treat it just like an equation every single time. Next one, same thing. Add up all three angles. It has to equal 180. Then all you gotta do is solve it. Combine these two, 52 and 64 gets you 116 plus x equals 180. Now I can do this quick. I've been teaching for years, so I can do all this math in my head. If you have to go out to the side and do 64 plus 52, go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? Do whatever works for you. Get 64 degrees. Remember, all three angles have to equal this magic 180 degrees every time. Next one. It says, write the longest and shortest sides or largest and smallest angles for the given triangles. This first one asks for a longest and shortest side. For sides, you need two letters to describe it. Always remember that. This is side UV. This is side WV. This is side UW. Now you can reorder those letters. You can say WU, it'll still mean this side. UW still means that side. So The longest side is opposite the biggest angle. So in this case, out of these three, 90 is my biggest angle. Right across from 90 is side UV. I'm sorry, UW. So side UW is your answer. For the shortest side, the smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. So the smallest side is UV. That's it. You could also put WU, or you could also put VU. It doesn't matter. Next side. So same thing, longest side. Your longest side is opposite your biggest angle. If you don't like doing the arrows, put your two fingers at the biggest angle and see when you spread out your fingers what two letters they land on. In this case, it's P and R. If you look at that, this angle is right opposite PR. Same thing with the shortest side. Smallest angle, the one right exactly opposite of it is QP or PQ. Doesn't matter. You can switch the letters, it's the same answer. You get the full credit. All right. Last one on that side. Longest side, right opposite 100 degrees is side RT. The shortest side is with the smallest angle, right opposite is TS. I don't ask you anything about the middle angle or middle side, so don't worry. All right. Next part. They want to know the biggest. They want to know the biggest angle and the smallest angle. So same thing. Your biggest side is opposite your biggest angle. To describe an angle, you just need one letter. Okay. So the biggest side is 11. Right opposite that side is angle P. Opposite is angle P. Angle P. The smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. Angle Q. Next. Again, your largest angle is opposite your longest side. So my longest side is AC. Look where your two fingers meet. They meet at angle B. Angle B is the biggest angle, right across from it. My smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. Again, put your fingers at the end of the sides. Find out where they meet. They meet at angle A. Next part. The largest angle. Largest angle is opposite the biggest side. 8 meters is their biggest side. Angle U is your biggest angle. Smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. Angle S is your smallest angle. Alright. Next part, area and area equations. This is what your quiz was over on Wednesday or the other day. Find the area of the given shapes. Write your formula and all the required steps. This will ask the same thing on your test. So number 12, find the area. In this case, I know area is my parallelogram. Your formula is area equals base times height. I'll give that to you on your test. Okay, you gotta make sure you know how to connect the formula to what. Let's plug in what I know. I don't know area. Bring down your equal sign. Base I know is 29. Height I know is 11. Base is usually that bottom part. Height, remember, is straight from the top to the bottom. No decimals anywhere, so your area is equal to 319. You're talking about yards, so your measurement is yards. Talking about area, so it's square. You're doing yards times yards, so that's why we do yards square. Okay? Your unit measurement makes a big difference, so you have to make sure you put the correct measurement there. So 319. Next one's my trapezoid. I know the formula for a trapezoid. Area is equal to 1/2, parentheses, base 1 plus base 2, parentheses, times your height. Don't be scared because there's a lot of letters. Okay, we know how to handle that and take care of it. So, area is equal to 1/2. Base 1, you can choose either one. Either way, you're going to add both of them up. I'm just going to start at the top. So I have 5 plus base 2, which is 12, and my height is 3. I put the arrow so I know I substituted everything. That's your second step on your notes. It tells you exactly to follow each step. So the second step is the substitute. After that, let's go to order of operations. First is parentheses, so let's add up our bases. Bring everything else down. 5 plus 12 is going to get me 17. Bring down your 3. Now you can work in order left to right, or you can multiply these two and take half of it. I work left to right, so let's go ahead and work it out that way. Half of 17. You can either do 17 divided by 2, or I like to do 17 times 0.5. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3. You have only one number behind the decimal, so it's 8.5. And then that I need to multiply by 3. Because I bring everything down every single time. At one decimal place, so 25.5 is my answer. I know we're doing inches and we're doing area, so that's squared. All right, next one. All right, area of a triangle. Okay, so we know the formula is area is equal to 1/2 base times height. All I'm doing is looking at my formula chart. Okay, when you look at your formula chart, it tells you exactly what goes for where. Okay, the area of a rectangle, it tells you, or a parallelogram, base times height. Triangle, it tells you 1/2 base times height. On your star test, you get the exact same one on your test. So let's plug in what I know. Don't know area. 1/2 stays 1/2. Base is my bottom part, so it's 36. Height is what goes straight from the bottom to the top, which is 32. Area equals, let's take half of 36. 36 times 0.5. One decimal place, so it's 18. So I have 18 times 32. Now, if you do 18.0, you'll get the same answer. I just have to use only the necessary amount of digits that I need. So 8 times 2 is 16, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. I have 24, 5, 576 is my area. I'm doing meters, and since I'm doing area, it's square. So 576 meters squared. Take it step by step every single time. Make sure that you show your work and work it out step by step. You try to cram all this in your head, that's where the mistakes happen. Okay? Make sure you're understanding your decimal rules. Only putting the decimal wherever how many spaces you need it. Okay, make sure you're following all those directions. If you don't, you will get some questions wrong. Alright, next slide. Alright, at the top, we're missing parts of our parts of our area. Okay, so to work that out is not too bad. We know how to do that. So the first one. So let's find the missing height of the given shapes, or missing side. So at my area, at my base, I'm missing height. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. Okay, again, let's get it on your star chart, and I'll give that to you. Area is equal to 216. My base is 18. My height is missing. Only way to solve this, I need to get h by itself. Do that, do the inverse operation. Inverse of multiplying by 18 is dividing by 18 from each side. 18 divided by 18 is 1, so that cancels out. And you get h by itself. If you do the math, 216 divided by 18, 18 on the outside, 216 on the inside. 18 goes into 36 2 times. So 12 yards is your height. 12 yards. Just like an equation, work it step by step. For trapezoids, I got my area, my bases, and my height is missing. So area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. My area I know is 25.5, 1/2. Base 1 is 5, base 2 is 45, sorry, and my height is missing. My directions in my notebook tell me to add up my bases first, so bring everything else down. 5 plus 45 is 50 times h. Now multiply by 0.5. In my head, I already know half of 50 is 25. If you need to work it out, that's fine. You'll get the same answer. And now I want to get h by itself. Same thing. Do the inverse operation. Divide each side by 25. Remember, top number inside, bottom number outside. We don't move the decimals here. Only your outside number has to be a whole number. So leave that 25, just bump up that decimal. 25 can't go into 2, but it can go into 25 one time. Bring down your 5. 25 can't go into 5. It goes into 0 times. But we want to keep going. It has to terminate. Now 25 goes into 50 twice. That's it. Sorry. 1 and 200 inches. Now in these cases, we're not putting square because we're just looking for a measurement, the height or the base. Okay, you're not squaring those units because you're not multiplying into, you're not finding area. Okay, so don't put inches squared, it's just inches. Next one, area of this triangle. So let's use that formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. I know my area is 465, got my 1/2. My base is missing, but I got my height of 30. I had to put parentheses around my numbers so I don't get them all mixed up. So my directions tell me to go ahead and clean up this side, 1/2 of 30. If I did 1/2 times 30, even if you did the work, times 0.5, 1 decimal, so bump it over once, that's 15. And then you have your b left over. To get b by itself, divide each side by 15. Okay, so 15 into 465. 15 goes in there 3 times, almost perfect. Then it goes in there 1 whole time. So 31 millimeters is the length of my base. Take a step by step. It looks like a lot of work, but rewind it and watch it one more time how I did it. If you're getting confused, just look at it a few times and look how I'm plugging everything in. Working it out step by step. Number 18. A wing of each aircraft described has the shape of a trapezoid. An F-15 wing has a basis of 6 and 15 feet and an area of 136 and 5 feet squared. What is the height? So it's a trapezoid. So it looks something like this. It has a base of 6 feet, another base of 15 feet. Height is missing. But area I know is 136.5 feet squared. Alright, let's work it out. Area equals 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. My area is let's try it again. My area is 136.5. Got my 1/2. Base 1 they told me is 6. Base 2 they told me is 15. My height is missing. So add up my bases. I got 136.5 is equal to 1/2. 6 plus 15 gets me 21 times height. I want half of 21, so 21 times 0.5. You need 1 decimal place. So 136.5 is equal to 10 and 5/10 h. Divide each side by 10.5. 10.5 on the outside, 136.5 on the inside. Your outside number has to be a whole number. So if it's not a whole number, fix it. I move it over one space here, move it over one space here. So that becomes 105. This becomes 136.5. 1365. 105 goes into 136 one time. Then 105 times 3 is 315. So 13 feet is my height. See what you're struggling. Maybe it's doing the division. Maybe it's plugging it in. Maybe it's taking the 1/2. Okay? Find out where your weak point is and practice with that. Okay, watch this video once or twice. Do what you need to do. Next part. Volume and volume equations. We just did this on your quiz the other day. Find the volume of the given prisms. Okay, remember, formula for volume is the area of the base times height. Please don't come tell me, oh, Mr. Daniels, base times height. That's wrong. Okay? That capital B means area of base. And if you want, that's the same thing as length times width times height. The reason I tell you area of the base is because look on your star formula chart. It just tells you volume equals area of the base times height. I don't tell you length times width times height, so you got to practice with this. So let's plug in what I know. I don't know volume. My length I know is 12. My width I know is 7. My height I know is 6. Work it out left to right. 12 times 7, 84. Work out those last two times 6. You get 504 centimeters. And since we're multiplying centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, that's centimeters cubed. Volume, always put your unit of measurement cubed. Next one. Length, width, and your height. So same thing with volume is equal to area of the base times height. If you want to rewrite it as length times width times height, that's fine with me. 10 times 8 times 3. Work left to right. Volume equals 10 times 8, which is 80, times 3. 80 times 3 is 240. Centimeters cubed. Write out all your work if you need to. If you don't know how to do some of this in your head, work it out on paper. You don't have to do it like me, and I know 10 times 8 is 80. If you got to write that down, write that down. Better to get it right than get it wrong. Number 21. The volume, again, length times width times height. So volume of the area of the equals area of the base times height. Well, in this case, I know my volume, or is my area of my base, is 14 times 7. And my height, I know, is 8. (14 times 7), 98. And that times 8. Sunny. 784 yards cubed. Make sure you're putting all your units. If you just tell me 784, I don't know what that is. 784 chickens for all I know. Put your unit of measurement every single time. Alright. Next one. Find the missing side of the given prisms. I think this is where some of us get a little stuck. Okay? It's the exact same thing of finding the missing side when they give you the area. Okay? So again, volume is equal to the area of the base times height. I know my volume is 126. Area of the base is length times width. They didn't give me width. So I know my length is 9, but my width is missing. I know my height is 2. Work out what we know. Clean up this side. I can do 9 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18. Bring down that W. To get W by itself, do the inverse operation. Do the inverse operation every single time. 126 yards is that missing width. 18 divided by, 126 divided by 18, it's you 7. That's yards is equal to your width. Work it out just like a one-step equation. This next one will take a little bit of time, so let's work it out. Volume equals area of the base times height. They give you the volume, your length, your width, but not your height. So my volume is 142.2. I know my area of my base is my length times width, 7.9 times 4.5, and my height is missing. Alright, work it out. 142.2 multiply 7.9 and 4.5. Now when we multiply these two, I got 7.9 times 4.5. 9 times 5 is 40, carry your 4. 35 plus 4 is 39. Bring down this placeholder. 9 times 4 is 36, carry your 3. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 3 is 31. Sorry, made a mistake. Sorry. 9 times 5 is 45. I don't know why I put a 0. Sorry. So that's 5. So this becomes 5. Even math teachers make mistakes. I apologize. Now, I have 1 decimal place here and 1 decimal place here for a total of 2 decimal places. So I take my decimal point, move it 2 spaces. So it's 35.55. 35.55 times h. Now divide each side by 35.55. That cancels out. Yes, I do have to do that problem. Yes, it does take a little bit of work, but we can handle it. We know our decimal rules. We're not scared. The number on the outside is not a whole number. So what do? Move the decimal place over. This isn't even 2 spaces. Whatever you do on the outside, do it on the inside. Move it 2 spaces. What is 0 over here for your placeholder? Okay. So 3,555 can't go into 1, can't go into 4, can't go into 142, can't go into 1,422, but it can go into 14,220. Let's try 4. Look at that. Almost like magic how perfect it works. Wasn't that a nice pretty 4 times? So I got 4 centimeters is equal to my height. Whew! It's a lot of work, but we can take care of it. Just take it step by step every single time. Next one. My width is missing. I got my volume, got my height, got my length, but where's my width? Volume equals area of the base times height. My volume is 51. Area of the base is length times width. So I got my 5 for my length. I don't have my width. Okay, that's part of my area of the base. And then my height I have is 3.4. 5.0 is the same thing as 5. So if you want to write 5.0, you can. Doesn't make a difference. So I do 5 times 3.4. Let me just make sure I separate this so you can tell what. 3.4 times 5, or 3 and 4 tenths times 5. 1 decimal place, so that's 17. You want W by itself, do the inverse operation. 51 divided by 17, I know 17 times 3, let's try that. 3, 4, yep. That's inches. All I did was write the formula, plug in what I know, Simplify this right side. Do the inverse operation, get that variable by itself, and get my answer. Alright, last one. Woo, made it through. Last one, number 25. A water cooler shaped like a rectangular prism has a length of 80 centimeters, height of 100 centimeters, and a volume of 320,000 cubic centimeters. What is the width? The volume equals area of the base times height. I got my length of 80, height of 100, volume of 320,000. So 320,000 is equal to my length times my width. So 80 times, well, I don't have my width. I got my height. My height is 100. Clean up this side. Okay, multiply by what you know. Okay, so when I multiply by what I know, 80 times 100. You can do the trick where you just cross out the zeros. 8 times 1 is 8, and then bring them down. Or if you want to work it all the way through, you're more than welcome to. I want W by itself, divide each side by 8,000. To get 8,000, let's try multiplying by 40. Because when I look, I'm thinking, 8 and 4 get me 32. Maybe those zeros will match up with 0. Placeholder, 0, 0, 0, 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it works. So that's times 40. So it's 40 centimeters is equal to my height. Oops, sorry, my width. Alright, my answer, that's 40 centimeters. Alright, best of luck. Rewatch this video, rework this out. Study your 2 quizzes as well. Study module, what is that? Module 15, module 16. All those pages in your notes and those 2 quizzes. Okay? Good luck.